Thank you, friends. Shabbat Shalom and greetings to you all. Trust is necessary in healthy relationships. How do you build trust? Now, one thing to do is let go of pickiness so others can feel safe in what they say and do when they're with you. Let go of aggression and toughness so others can feel safe to show you their vulnerabilities. We need to get back to trusting each other as friends, family, communities, nations, peoples. Now, we've reached a crucial day. It marks a change in season, and changes in season are special spiritual days. And this brings the season of examination and choice, and it marks the other day in the year of balance. It also marks the countdown to the Jewish holiday on the first day of the seventh month, mere 10 days away. Now, there's more growing anger and hatred everywhere you look, and every time you read or watch the news. And unless you're Jewish, or spoken out publicly in support of Israel and or the Jewish community, you likely have little idea what it is to be the target of unbridled hatred and anti-Semitism. For so long it was not tolerated, but now it's almost welcomed. Now, I'd been speaking with someone the other week about poor Greta Thunberg and how nobody seemed to hear from her these days, as if climate was not important anymore. And we were remembering a great cartoon that she was in, and then lo and behold, she posted an amazing pro-Hamas message on Twitter, which isn't Twitter anymore, not that I ever really knew what it was. She demonstrated that her hatred of the world's only Jewish nation had now eclipsed her love of the environment. That's regardless of Israel actually being one of the true global leaders in tackling climate disasters and rushing to aid wherever in the world aid was needed. The mindless repetition of hate can only lead to violence, whether political or national. And while we want free speech to be guaranteed for all, we want protection. We want an end to no Jew zones, such as those that have crept up on so many major universities, once great houses of knowledge, and now examples of society gone wrong. We now live in a splintered, broken world. And requesting peace, prosperity, the ability to forgive and be kind are really easy things to ask for to help you heal. Pardon me, and as you heal, you, of course, heal the world. Broken clock on a broken wall. Broken voices in a broken hall. Broken beginnings, broken ends, streets filled broken friends. Take a deep breath. Feel like you're choking. Tell me the truth now. Everything is broken. Everything. Anything broken can be fixed. As we wind down the Torah, which includes, but at one point did not, this slightly different book of retelling, Deuteronomy, we keep getting closer to this period of introspection. What do you need to think about for the coming commencement of the 10 days of awe? Why call it that? That's a pretty intimidating kind of term. How does that connect with New Year's? Is that how you see January the 1st or the beginning of any year? It's days of awe? It can be such a misnomer. Because as you Torah readers out there know, this was never intended as a time to mark the calendar. It is not the first month of the year. It is the seventh month. We are told the first month of the year is Nisan, spring, when Passover is celebrated. So this year, think of it as an opportunity to see where you need to make changes in life. That is the newness of the new year. The two equinoxes mark very special times. The world is in balance and we choose which way to go. For the spring equinox, we set in motion what we want life to be like. And here, half a year later, we take stock, evaluate, and have a chance to correct course. Now, for the last several months, I've talked a little about the growing rise of hate, and in particular hatred of Jews in Israel. It was something I and probably most Jews have experienced, but had hoped was on the way out in my lifetime. Surely we've become smarter, more tolerant, more connected, but as so many of the second half of the Ten Commandments begin, lo, no. I was wrong. Hatred, division, and especially anti-Semitism are on the rise, a dangerous rise. And who but the American Civil Liberties Union and New York Times, a once proud Jewish publication of Truth and News, have joined to spew anti-Semitic rhetoric, a straightforward attack on yeshivas, once the only way for Judaism and Jewish education to survive, now portrayed as racist, pitting Jew against non-Jew, black against white, rich against poor, and the unrest on college campuses and how it is spread everywhere is even more frightening. All the progress, pitiful as it might be after these thousands of years, has been taking a giant step backwards. Is this not one of the things we should be examining in our lives at this time of introspection? Are we guilty of prejudice? Where in my life am I treating people as other, as alien, not as brother or friend? Begin thinking of this now. It doesn't have to be done once a year, but we get the reminder that once a year this is ingrained into our genetic code. We can feel it. This sums up the holiday coming in many ways. We remember hurts, we hold the pain. We need to forgive, move on, not keep holding pain. We need to see where we have done the same and seek forgiveness. It is important to do. We have the power to free ourselves. And of course, being Jewish has always meant caring for each other, regardless of what we believe or how we affiliate. It is a part of our makeup. It's baked into our being and into our texts. Now, perhaps the best known is a text from the Talmud, and it can be found in Shavuot 39a. Kol Yisrael, Aravim Zeh Bazeh, all of Israel are responsible for each other. Now, the word Aravim is literally translated as guarantors, which implies a true legal obligation. We as people are obligated to be responsible for all life. Israel is not a geographic region in this saying. It is people. And that is so apparent when we gather, when we come together, celebrating common belief and faith, any and all faith, as a community, because we become a collective consciousness showing love, any and all love, because we are a fellowship, a chavura. It's when we express our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes, it just unites us all. We get united in this community house of the Spirit, Beth Ruach, sharing and bringing light, keeping fear at bay. And even though together, we're always individual in our approach, each connecting in his or her, their or its own way. So once again, please do go ahead and invite everybody to know. Physically, digitally, psychically, emotionally, spiritually, any way at all to gather and share. From Psalm 133, the Hine Matov, come together. Hine Matov. Hine Matov, how good, how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community, 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 together. Now we support each other in this community, so let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the world. Remember, friends, this is you setting aside a little bit of sacred time in your sacred space to honor and converse with whoever, whatever you happen to believe in, because we all believe in something. It's part of your Kavanaugh. Your intention that you put out to the universe, it is your goodwill, and goodwill and intention are the roots of what you control, of what you can correct. It is your intention that sets in motion everything that occurs in your lives, my friends. So let's take some time now. Let's use that intention. Let's send some of that goodwill, some light, some healing to whoever you know that needs it. Healing and renewal is for everybody. It just floats through space, finding those in need. So send it out for those you know, for the souls and spirits of everyone you love. So think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love, or just plain goodwill. Focus on them. Call their names. It's not just for people. It's for our pets. It's for the earth. It is the healing of the world, the tikkun olam. It's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. And a part of the healing of the world is when we send thoughts and energy for health and renewal and goodwill for everybody. They don't have to be sick. It's for those in our hearts and our minds. Let's all send that energy out for the people in need everywhere. Special thoughts and prayers for those in need of assistance. And nobody needs assistance more than the hostages of terror. We pray for those who need prayer. We don't have to know them. We want health, recovery, good life for everybody around us. So let's continue to send healing energy so that those hostages are feeling it. They're still in prison, still in their pits. And We just want them all to be safe. And we want those close to us to be safe. We want those close to us to be healthy, to be renewed. For AJ and Amin. For magnificent Bonnie the elf. For Trevor and his dad. May his memory be a blessing. For Snoopy, Terry, for dear Dave and Maria and Paul. For Pam and Roger, for Lucy, Gloria, Nora, Johnny and Fern, Ken and Kathy. For Jessica, Mina, Carla. For Gabby, Charles, John and Maria. For Doria, Connie and Ronnie. For Tally and Mayim. For Danny and Nina. For all those suffering and in need. Let's not forget to include the familiars of our lives. All of our sacred animal friends everywhere. For everybody you know in need. For the whole world. And for Devora, a dear friend. Friends, it is the kindness, healing wishes, goodwill, and love we all send out. It just circles the world finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care, because the world is a world of spirit, and spirit, my friends, never dies. Abotenu, Makorcha, Limotenu. May the source of strength bless the ones that for us help us find courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body. The renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Let us all have our spirits renewed. This is the great prayer for healing. To call upon God to heal as He has healed before. May He who blessed, and He is a generic term for everything. Because all healing is a blessing. Let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy in our efforts to love, to share, to care, to grow. In a few weeks, 3 books are opened. The book of the righteous, the book of the evil, and the book of the intermediate. We're inscribed in one. Hence a good inscription to be sealed on Yom Kippur. But if you think you're not noticed until Rosh Hashanah, you are incorrect. Our behavior through the year is what gets us inscribed. It's like in Santa's naughty or nice book. He monitors you throughout the year. So always share goodwill, healing, be kind, be fair. Be all the things you wish people would be with you. Now last week, we had when you go out. And now it is ki tavo, when you come in. Now you may notice in this part of this week, it includes a big section on the blessings and curses. There's 4 times as much space devoted to curses as blessings. Now, does that suggest something about humanity? Remember, one of the mountains will proclaim the blessings and another mountain will proclaim the curses. Now, as you see, the big thing here is the 12 curses. One for each tribe or every possible person, because the tribes are the signs of the zodiac, and that covers everybody. And the blessings are a reward for obedience. They're not a reward for being good, upright, moral, decent, but for obedience. Obedience to the entire law. This also says something about human nature. But there's something truly special in this reading that you might miss. This reading has the first true liturgy in the Bible. And that is a live window into practice. Other parts were used and taken for liturgy, such as the Shema or the Thanksgiving prayers after a meal. But we're going to read the first prayers actually recited. They're laid out for us. We see 3,500-year-old initiatory practice. We see instructed, and we're instructed in ritual and word. We have a glimpse at early sacred practice, a way back machine journey to the very beginning of official religious observation. Deuteronomy 26:2. You shall take from the first of all the land's fruit that you'll bring in from your land, that the Lord your God is giving you, and set it in a basket, and go to the place that the Lord your God will choose to tent His name there. So we bring the first fruits of our agrarian society. We give it to the priest, who sets it down as an offering at the foot of the altar of God. And Deuteronomy 26:5 tells us what we then say. My father was a perishing Aramean. So he went down to Egypt and resided there with few persons. It became a big, powerful, and numerous nation there. And the Egyptians were bad to us, degraded us, imposed hard work on us. We cried out to the Lord, our fathers' God, and the Lord listened to our voice and saw our degradation and our trouble and our oppression. And he brought us out from Egypt with a strong hand and an outstretched arm, with great fear and with signs and wonders. And he brought us to this place, gave us this land, a land flowing with milk and honey. And now here, I've brought the first of the fruit of the land that you've given me, O Lord. It has history and spirituality together. And people have a real problem with this whole idea of prayers. What? How? Why? There are no right or wrong prayers. Make them real. Make them you. Prayers are your own discourse with who or what you believe in. It is an invocation, a rapport. And they were designed on the ancient concept of making a petition to the king. Anyone could, but a formula developed over time for how to. And in this case, it is the great king of all. Hey, king, give me, or do this for me. That doesn't work so well. So a formula was developed on the basis of identity, flattery, entreaty. State the identity of who you're addressing and praise them for things they do and have done. O Lord, creator of heaven and earth, who delivered us from bondage. Then you ask for what you're petitioning them for. If it please you, as you have done so often before, for so many, provide peace, security, insight into who I am. Give me the power to grant and to seek forgiveness. Now notice that the prayer with the grain offering has these elements, as does the Rosh Hashanah and other prayers that you read. It's easy. You can do it. It doesn't have to be long. The one I recited is only 2 or 3 lines. I stated I was talking to God who created the universe and gave us freedom. And then I asked for peace and insight into myself. What a wonderful personal request. So if you would rather create your own that you connect with, don't do one of the written ones. I didn't. I made my own. You see, my intention is what set this in motion. And my words expressed it, and it was from my heart. And when you speak from your heart, it is heard. Speak from your hearts, my friends. It doesn't matter what you want. If it's peace on earth, $1 million, love, a parking spot, it doesn't matter. Our request for something is always there. And I thought about the Cherokee soul journeys I was taught to do. How it picks up the broken pieces of your soul, returns them to you. You reintegrate them into self. And I thought about the items we value, we break, we repair, like the pieces of our soul. They may not look the same as when they were originally whole, but all the pieces are there. All the pieces of Frankenstein's monster were there, but the scars, the stitches, showed us where the repair took place. All the pieces were there, but we do not see it the same way. And that's what we go through during Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. We take these broken pieces of ourselves and we put them back together. Where are you seeing the scars and missing pieces restored in your life? Now remember, there's a process, a formula, and that is the essence of prayer. Acknowledge, praise, thank, ask. It's really a simple formula, very simple. You have given everything to me. What can I do for you? You have given me eyes to see. What can I do for you? Pulled me out of bondage, and you made me renewed inside. Filled up a hunger that has always been denied. Opened up a door no man can shut, and you opened it up so wide. And you chosen me to be among the few. What can I do for you? This is what you do for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, but with sincerity and authenticity as you look at yourself and the depths of your soul. Yes, my friends, the world's sacred. So is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish. Celebrate your life, the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free. Honor your freedom, be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light. All who live in light and continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everyone, an end to terror and hatred. Remember, friends, we are a community. We learn together. We celebrate with each other because we love each other. We share this ride together, men and women equally. So let's all send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, healing to all who need it. And please do learn to forgive, learn to love. Open your hearts. Honor the relationships of your life. Tell those you love that you love them. Examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe, because we set in motion all that happens in our lives. It is our intention, our kavana, our cause, our effect. Everything's linked. You always have time to forgive and be forgiven. You do have the knowledge of what's good and bad. So acknowledge what you have done wrong to yourself, to God, to any person you've wronged. Ask forgiveness. Do so with sincerity, accountability, vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you as you learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people in the world as they are? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? Because if you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. Keep on dreaming, my friends. Keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining, keep teaching. Keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear. Follow love, because it's always in front of you. Work to be present in the body. Expand your heart and quiet your mind, because the deepest source of real power lies in your consciousness, in your ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all of life's circumstances. Love with the heart, because you're part of a greater whole. Embrace love, not fear. Forgiveness, not anger. Be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you, whether you know it or not. And continue to explore faith and belief, and never accept shame as a natural state. Whatever you feel others have felt, whatever you've experienced others have too. Because we share together, we learn together. We are here to help each other. Each of us trying to find love and acceptance and support. We all have or could have that special someone in our lives. So find them, tell them what they mean, because you're never alone on your journey. Keep forgiving those you need to forgive, and keep asking forgiveness from those you need to ask forgiveness of. And listen to the voice of God as she, he, it, them, they, whatever, talks to you. And remember your connection to God and all he has created in body and soul. It's a part of you, it's a part of me, it's a part of all of us, and it will be forever. So enjoy the week. Continue to imprint your will on the universe. Continue to enjoy love and freedom. And remember, friends, pay attention to your words. They do have a profound effect. Be there to help others. Not for reward, but for decency. As you get ready to examine yourself and choose between light and dark, good and bad, we stand in front of the great judge and ask God to judge us kindly as we look at a world of choice with blessings or curses. The choice is yours. It's the scars that make you stronger. It's the hard times that make you wise. Is it more blues? Is it bad news? Is it a curse or blessing in disguise? Thank you for joining me, my friends. The light will always shine on you. Shabbat shalom and blessings to you all. Take care.